This is a video about when you're traveling and you want to carry a firearm with you, what you have to go through. I'd say within the last week of December of 2011, but anyway, probably within a year of this date, it's probably going to be the same. But first, if you want to transport a firearm in your luggage when you're flying, you have to check it. It has to go in the luggage compartment. Obviously, you can't take it to security and carry it as a carry-on. Now, a couple of things you need to know. Obviously, go to the TSA website or the airline website. They have good information there. So don't take all my word for it. I'm just giving you some tips to consider before you even think about going to the airport with a firearm. First of all, for handguns and stuff, you need to get a hard case that is lockable. That is the key. And the locks, you have to get TSA approved locks, and it should say it on the packaging. So make sure you get these little cheesy combination ones with the universal keyhole there that TSA has. If they use one of those nail clippers they confiscated, they could probably break through these locks. But anyway, these are approved. Now you can get regular luggage locks, but they'll probably break into those. So if you don't want your locks broken or go through some extra fuss, just get the TSA approved locks and be done with it. I mean, somebody wants your gun, they're going to take it, right? So you're going to tell the ticket agent when you get to the airport, this small box like this can go in your luggage. If you're going to take a big rifle case, make sure you've got enough locks on those, because I got stuck at the airport one time where I only had one lock and there were three lock holes like this, and they made me put a lock in every single lock hole. So make sure if you're going to take a bigger case, you have a lock for every hole on the case. So it has to be hard-sided and lockable. Now this just came out of my luggage, so it's still locked, so I'm gonna open it for you. And it's got a combination, and I suggest you keep it something simple, obviously not like 000 or anything, but something you can remember. And these are settable, so you can set them to whatever you want. I'm not going to show you what it is. You probably can't tell anyway. So anyway, they're really cheesy. There's not much to them. There are heavy ones. These are pretty heavy. There are really light, cheesy plastic ones that will probably snap in your hand, so avoid those if you can. So anyway, now what you do is when you get to the airport, you're going to tell the ticket agent, use these words: I have a firearm to declare. Do not say gun. They'll freak out. Say, I have a firearm to declare. They'll say, okay. Usually, this is what normally happens 99% of the time. Some airports do it differently. 99% of the time, they'll tell you to open it to make sure it's unlocked. Make sure your magazine is cleared, and if it's a pistol that has a lockback feature, lock back so they can see it's empty. A lot of ticket agents aren't gun savvy. So you want to make sure that they know that it is unloaded in the magazine. Now I have traveled in the past, I can't remember if it was pre-9/11 or after 9/11, with rounds in the magazine, and they didn't have a problem, but I've heard friends that had TSA agents freak out on them, and that's the problem. Here's an extra lock I carry just in case one of my other locks break. These are the knives that I was bringing back, and I just wanted to keep them in here so I don't put them in my backpack. But anyway, so they're going to look at it, they're going to see that it's unloaded, and then they're going to make you sign this firearms declaration. Now, if you're going to put it in your luggage, it's a small case that goes in your luggage, don't let the ticket agent tell you to put it in the case, because what's going to happen is TSA is going to open the case and tell you to take it out and put it on the outside of the case. And it's just a little springy thing, and what they do is they put the date on there, put the date, and then they make you sign it. So you can't like reuse these things. You have to get a fresh one every time you travel. So then you're gonna lock it up and put this on the outside. Just stick it through like that, and then they'll put the tag on your luggage, your baggage claim tag on your luggage, and tell you to take it over to a TSA booth or whatever it is, and they usually swab it with the chemical or explosive sniffing machine, and then when it gets good, when it says it's good, you're good to go. Now, some will open your luggage and make sure that the gun is the case is locked and that there's a declaration. Some TSA agents will just kind of take your word for it and then swab the outside of the luggage case. But for the most part, the one thing that I am sure of is they want to see this orange tag on the outside of the box with the box locked. Now, if it's different if you have a rifle case. Now, if you have a rifle case, this will go into the rifle case because it's too big to go in your luggage. And it's obvious what's in there, hopefully. Now, I've carried stuff for work that wasn't firearms, that was in a firearms case, and they wanted to see what was in it, which is no big deal. But the only time you need this is if you have a firearm. So, the other thing I wanted to mention was, ammunition. That's what I want to say. Ammunition can travel in manufacturer's boxes. This is perfectly legal to transport. You don't have to declare it. I've told ticket agents I have ammunition in my luggage, and they just kind of looked at me like, okay, so what? But this can travel. It has to be in a manufacturer's box. Now, you can carry them also in the plastic ammo cases that you can buy special with the little grooves in them. Those are approved. It has to be specifically made for ammunition, so you can't just have them in like a plastic bag. Now, I've bought just the bullet heads. Let's see if I have one. Yeah, I've had like a box of these, or just a baggie of these, and they did open my case and look, and you know, you're not going to hurt anybody with this. So if they do look in your bag beyond what they check when you drop it off, you'll get one of these in your luggage. I've got a couple of them. I can't tell you how many of these I've shredded or thrown away. So that's pretty much it. When you're transporting firearms, make sure you learn the rules. You can do it. You can go from state to state. It is legal. I've flown into Chicago, which firearms rules are pretty strict, and as long as you don't draw attention yourself or be stupid about it, it is legal to transport your firearms through the airport as long as it's checked luggage. Just kind of as an interesting note, you guys know I travel a lot. Here's a stack of room keys I've had over the years. These are just the ones I've kept. I've probably given back this many and thrown away this many, but just some interesting places I've been. Let's see, Homewood Suites. You can't see that. This is somebody asked if I ever stayed at a Choice Hotel, and apparently I have. So here's the Quality Inn. So they're the quality chain of hotels. So those are Choice Hotels. And then of course I've stayed at the Hilton several times. This is kind of interesting. This is in Ireland. I've stayed at the it's called the Old Ground Hotel in Ennis, Ireland. Can you see that? Old Ground Hotel. Come on, focus. Anyway, and got two of them. Oakwood Arms Hotel. That's in Shannon, Ireland. That was a nice place. This is the Spring Hill Suite, and I believe this is in Duluth, Minnesota, or something. I don't know. This is just a generic room key here. I don't know what this is. Doesn't say what it is. Oh, yeah, Hilton Garden Inn. I believe this was in Puerto Rico, and then this is in Duluth for sure. It was an indoor water park in Duluth, Minnesota. You see that? DuluthWaterpark.com there. Let's see, Ramada, more Hilton. This is in Switzerland. When I was doing work for a previous company, I went to Switzerland about every other week there. I stayed there a bit, and then of course my favorite, as I mentioned before in another video, was Hampton Inn. I have a reward program with Hampton Inn, so I like to stay at Hampton Inn whenever I can. And they're really nice rooms and good breakfast. They usually have a pool or a gym or something. But let's see, we got Indiana, Pennsylvania, Texas, more Indiana, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Minnesota, Virginia, let's see, South Carolina, another South Carolina, and these are just generic ones. I can't remember where I've stayed at, but different places. I guess when they run out of their state ones, they just give you generic ones. And of course, my latest escapades in the high quality Days Inn there, and some Holiday Inn Expresses. But these are nice. These are decent. They're kind of like in between a Days Inn or Super 8 and a Hampton Inn. You know, of course, Hilton is top shelf type hotel. I've stayed in those, but yeah, I've been a little bit everywhere. So thanks for watching. That's all I got. See you later.